Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Hello, kia ora around the world to everybody. And this is my 23rd broadcast. My name is Joseph Stevens. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. My name is Joseph Stevens. I'm a trusted seller of the TBC, the Billion Coin. I live in Wellington, New Zealand. Today is the 11th of June, 2018, and it's 3 p.m. in the afternoon. I've had to start a new YouTube login site due to copyrights on my other ones, so I'm not going to say anything else on that, and I'll just leave it at that until it's resolved, and we'll see what happens after that. Anyway, I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to read the blog. Then I'm going to do a little bit of Photoshop for you and a bit of website, and just easy things that you can create. We'll probably might do a bit of Photoshop first. I'll do the blog and that after. So okay. So first up, and I've already got everything ready. So I'll just share my screen and we'll go there. So hopefully everybody can see my Photoshops. Thank you. And I'll just bring my chat up and I'll rack it beside me too. So right now I can see my chat in Photoshop. So I'll put it so I can see my I hate that when it happens. I'll just put it about here so I can. Oh no. Oh well. Just shrink that down a bit. Move the chat over to here a bit. Open that up a little bit more, and we should be right good to go. Okay. Don't you hate that when that happens? I don't want that. That's what I want. Okay. Some people want to know how to put a background onto say a picture like that, and you want to remove this background. And so I've made this 200 by 200. You can do that by going up here and creating new, and then you'll get a little funny screen that you work off. And you always work in pixels. Don't work in inches or millimeters, or always work in pixels. Okay, and you got to keep your color to RGB. You can have a transparent background, which is this. Most people leave it on white, but yeah, transparent backgrounds are way better. So, and then I just went okay, and then I got this size. Over here is where, over in your right hand bottom corner is where you see all your layers come up on how to, you end up creating layers, which is like this. So next layer is there and the next layer and whatever. So if I bring this picture over here in, I'll be using and Control Alt. I'll use hold both of them and I'll hold them down and I'll just drag and drop. And the picture is in, so I'll go up to edit and I'll resize it with transform. So I'll rescale it, scale that to size of what I want to do. So what I want to put this child in the hands of this person. I go up to the move tool and that takes away that. Now the hands are there. Okay, but I want the whole lot. So I'm going to move this one up. Okay, now the hands are behind it, or him. I think it's a girl because of the shoes. Or would it be? Or would it be? That's all I can say. Would it be? Would because she is poor? Would he or she have just gotten a pair of shoes? I presume it'd be a girl. Anyway, I want those hands to start showing through. So all I'll do is use the transparency. Oh, wrong picture. Use the transparency on the girl, and I'll shrink her out a bit so all I can see is just her outline, so I can see the hands. Then I'll grab the eraser, which is over here under the stamp and near the finger. Now you can adjust the size of them by just clicking on the brush here, and notice it's getting bigger, or you can have it like that, huge. Some people use this tool here, where they'll draw in, join it up, and just go delete, and then Control D gets rid of that. If you do it again on this side, you can probably start from the top right across. All I want to do is just try and take away the background. And I'll get as close to her as I can, but I don't want to go right in. Control D again, and that gets rid of that. And see the background's disappearing? Do the same thing here on this side. And just just delete it. And then Control D again. So if I go back to the transparency again and bring that up, notice most of the background has disappeared now. Yep. So because you've got a lot of this, you have to get the eraser and get a nice size, then zoom in And you can pick up all the rest, the outside, the lining, everything, and you can get right in there. Takes a bit of practice. And if you make a mistake, just Control Z, or up here on your right hand side, it says erasers and that, and this is your progress or your history. If you've made a mistake, you can pull them out and drop it into the rubbish bin. I like to try and get right into the edges to try and just trim it up really good. If you hold Alt down, you get a minus on the zoom, and you can do that. But I want to get into here, and I want to erase all of that out. Before I do that though, I'll just add some paint into the background, and I'll show you what it looks like with the paint in there. But I might bring the hands forward, and then I'll do the same thing, and it will look a lot better. So if I put the paint in there now, this here looks like a an eye droplet, which it is. It's like that. But what it does is it tests the color, and it gives you the color in this color square over there. See, if I click on here, notice how we're changing different areas, different shades. This is just taking the sample. So now that sample of this, I can use this to go bang. And I didn't like that because it took the hand. But I can easily fix that one up because I can bring another set of hands in. And retrim the hands. See where the black went? The black went over his hands over here, so I can do it a different way by taking it out in the history, or I can leave it in there and drag another set of hands over. Like this. And I'll bring my hands forward in front of her. And I'll trim her into the hands. It is time consuming, and it takes a bit to try and muck around with a lot of these, and you just got to have a lot of patience to do this. If you don't have any patience, you'll get, well, us Māori say a bit hoha. So you've just got to have patience. I just want to see where she sits. So I can take a lot of this out and set her in the hand. And that's easily done by putting the hand up front. And Yep. I think I just did that wrong. Yeah, I did. I want her up the front with my hands. And now I'll trim her to the hand. Okay. Now I'm just tidying her up. Excuse me. And you can soften this up by using a different type of eraser as well. And these are soft, the ones with the blues on the soften brushes or soften erasers, where when you take things out, it just sort of gives it a blur. I know some people wanted to see things like this done and how you use Photoshop, and it's not hard to use Photoshop at all. In fact, it just takes a little bit of practice. That's all. And what do you think about that? You're allowed to talk.
Oh.
Talk.
Hasn't come through on this one yet. Oh, cool.
And that's just a sample of what you can do in Photoshop. So I hope you enjoyed this little demonstration, folks. I normally like to do a lot of inspirational stuff, but yeah, some people ask me, can you do a little bit on Photoshop for us? And so that's just a little example of what I can do. And I think photos like this are showing what's happening and needs to be done. And I'm just going to make a little caption underneath that. Just, oh, yeah. Black on black don't work. And there you go, folks. And I'll just save that to, you got to save as, and I'll just save it as a JPEG. I don't know. Shouldn't have done that. Should have been in this folder ready. But I'll save it as a JPEG, and not Photoshop. But you can save it as anything on here. Any of these, you can use them. You can save it as a bitmap. You can save it as, I always save them as a JPEG, and I give it a title as well. So I take away that copy. I just leave .jpeg there, and I add a caption or whatever, and this one will be help me JPEG, and save. And it'll have all of this standard optimized, and that I always save it at the max or the best that you can have, because the best it just means that whenever the people see it, it is way better. It looks better. It looks good. If you want to use it anywhere, it still looks good. It holds its picture really, really well. So I save it at its max quality, so that people that want to use it get it at its max quality. Okay, folks. Well, that's all that I'm going to do on Photoshop today. You can flatten this piece down that's over here on the right hand side as well by just going to layer, and then coming down to flatten image. And when you do that, that's what happens. Now this can't be separated. It just stays as one, and it locks as well, so it can't be broken up. Anyway, folks, good luck with that one, and have fun with Photoshop. And just by touching around with it, you can do exactly the same. You just do it slowly. I brought this image in because I was going to do something else with, but I didn't think that was appropriate. I just wanted to keep it like this and keep it simple. Okay, websites. I'm going to get out of here. I'm not going to save that because I've got it already. Okay, we're going to go here. And we're going to go to free build. Wix. I got here by just signing up with Wix. I've been with Wix for a while, and I like what they have. I like their format. It's nice and clean. It's easy, and I'm just going to do a quick tutorial on just setting up. So those who don't know how to set up a website for themselves and how to look after their own people, you can have your website. You can send them there. You can do anything. You can create a blog. You can run it as a business if you want. Your portfolio, whatever, or even events. Whatever good for events if you're holding different types of things for people, or if you've got accommodation that you want to share out to people, you can use a website. Anything. I just go to Avast. I go to Start Now. I rather use this than now. I can use both of them, but if you're just starting out, you can use one side, and then as you get better, you can use the other side. You can make it a non-profit organization or a blogger whatever, non-profits, okay, and keep it at non-profit. Then go next. And then this piece is, are you selling online, taking bookings or appointments? I'd pick up that, and you can say subscribe to your website and create a blog as well. And then you just go next. Those are just optional as well, by the way. And you want a name for your website, you can just call it TBC. Just give it a name. You can make capitals. There you go, and just give it a name. And next. Don't have to worry about putting in a business location, especially if you don't want people to know your address at home or whatever, and you're working out of your home. You don't have to put an address in there, and just skip it. And you can add a logo in if you want. There you go. Yep, don't worry about your addresses or anything. Add a social media. Now, if you want, you can add, Facebook. Well, just don't worry about it, because once you're in the website, you can create anything you want. You can do anything you want as you go through and as you start to learn. Creating a website isn't hard. Now Wix will create the website, so I'll just let it go. I like a clean line. Can have a fresh line as well. It just so happens I created one before I jumped on, so I just quickly created one, and this is the clean line look. And they also drop on a map so people can find their way to you. But yeah, I'm not in the States. As I said, I'm in Wellington, New Zealand, and they just created this was just created in about it took me about 5 minutes to create this, all of this. Well, I had Wix's hand, so I'll just create one in fresh and continue. And we create a color palette from your logo. Oh, why not? There you go, and they'll use that color palette there for their writing, backgrounds, whatever. Okay, and you can say use these colors, and now it'll prep it, and you'll use those colors from the logo. And then and the little child waits. There you go, create my website. I'm still screening, I hope.
Blog application. It's going through everything on the website. Adding who we are section.
No, because the camera's gone off.
Oh shit. Maybe because you might be
No. I'm just going to stop screening for a second. Okay, the camera's coming back on. I'll go back to screen share again. Okay, the camera's gone off. Crazy. But this is just what happened. I just wanted to see because my camera light wasn't on my computer. So, and yet it's coming through on my other little computer. Yep, I'm back again. Okay, and this is what the site looks like, and it only took, well, you saw it, a couple of minutes. And people can subscribe. Not only that, you'll manage your site by going over here. You can manage your themes, your colors, and all these colors that I used here came from my cat, Kringle's Cash logo. Crazy. And look what they did. So simple, easy. You can adjust all the printing. You have a preview here. All it's doing is previewing the site. So now you've got it in site view. This is what people see. How about that? So simple, so easy to do. And this would be a good place when you want to sort of like teach people who are with you personally, under you, and you can create a blog where you can teach them how to do things properly, not discount the coin, how to approach customers, or how to approach future members, not customers, sorry, and how to talk to them, how to read the scripts, how to teach them how to go to the blog, teach them how to peer-to-peer, and you can show them an amazing amount of things by just creating your own website and just by teaching them. Everything in here is adjustable, and I'll go back to the edit mode now. And over here on this side, quotes. Okay. Everything that is done in the world is done by hope. Okay. Martin Luther King. And that was this quote just here. So you can add quotes in there as well, daily. Anyway, I don't want to see that. What I want to do is, normally there's an editor that sits over here, but I can't see it. Hang on. Site design, nope. Edit. Nope. It will turn up. Just going to have a look at this one. Oops. Okay, it's not going to show me in here it is. Edit site. Sorry, it's taken a bit for them to A into G. Sorry, it's just taking them a bit long to. There we go. Slowly coming through. That's because they're creating everything that we've just done. There we go. It really doesn't take long to and you can, if you've got the coin, you can pay for your to connect to a domain, and you'll get your own domain name. You can preview, publish the site as well. If you publish it without having your own domain name, then if you get a domain name from anybody else, Wix will put your domain name after theirs. So if you get a domain name from Wix, all of this will disappear, and all you'll see is HTTPS, S meaning security or secure, and then www. whatever you call your site. So you can have TBC origin, whatever. That will be your domain name. .com or .co.nz or .com.au, whatever. Over here, homepage is this. Edit. I'm not seeing what I want to see. There's normally a drop down that if you want to add in videos. If you're sitting back and you want to do a livey with you on it, and you want to tell people how to work your site, what to do, you can add that in. You can put your videos in that, and it's all up to you. So anyway, that's how you create a website pretty quickly, and it doesn't take long. But if you got any problems in here, there's a help up here. There's a lot of reading material that is helpful on how to create a website. And if you publish it, see, you can have website +2 and then publish it and continue. You can change that name when you're ready. You don't have to have that. And it will create it. The name that you have on there is just a name. That's all it is. Anybody can come along and use that name until you actually go private, I think. Oh, yeah, until you actually buy the name. It seems to take, it'll publish anyway, and then you'll be able to use it, and then you can go from there. But that's all I'm going to do on this on the website today. And if you do need any hand, just get in touch with me. Anyway, we're going to go to the blog, and I'm just going to read up on the blog now, and I want to come back to this one. Is it? Yep. Still there. Still there?
Just wait, because it's real slow. Yeah, got your blog up now.
Okay. Be safe. Stay anonymous. Man has leashed himself when he talks in his own person. give him a mask, and he will tell you the truth. Really. So how do you like being your own bank? Cryptocurrency allows you to store wealth, even large amounts of wealth. What you need to transfer money overseas. Have you used a bank wire? Yep, PayPal. Was that bank wire? No. But yes, I have done bank transfers and bank wires here. And I know it cost them a penny packet. A lot. It says, how much did it cost? A lot. What if you needed to move $1 billion overseas? Well, $1 million overseas. I wish. If you did that with a bank wire, you better prepare to spend all day at the bank. You'll have a lot of questions to answer. That's for sure. How much? I'm gonna sit straight because I'm on an angle. But how much would that cost you? It's amazing to see all the reasons banks will come up with to explain all the fees you will have to pay to move $1 million. Woohoo! And how much do they get out of moving it? Then they turn all those fees into loans, and then all those loans, and just for moving $1 million, you've made them even more richer. Likewise, they will tell you a dozen reasons why it takes them so long to move $1 million. It's because they're making money off your money daily. In some cases, it could take weeks. Once again, you would run into the system of artificial scarcity, or scarcity, so everybody says. So artificial scarcity or scarcity when you deal with the banks. Cryptocurrencies rip the mask off the banks and the complex deceptions that we weave. Digital money can be moved in a matter of seconds and verified and confirmed in a matter of minutes, and leave a permanent digital record accounting that is transparent of each and every transaction. That's the truth. And every cryptocurrency transaction proves it. Anonymity is how you can stay safe, being your own bank. So be wise when you deal with others within a cryptocurrency transaction, and that is true because a lot of them have got masks. A lot of them will say, yeah, just send you the money, send me the money, and then I'll send you the Bitcoin. And in the past, a lot of people have been ripped off, which is absolutely crazy. And they say that TBC is a scam. The only time it became a scam was when people started discounting our cryptocurrency, our TBC coin. That was the only time people felt it was a scam, and it's never ever been a scam. Try the people that were here and have got booted out for saying that our coin, our TBC coin, which is going to solve the poverty problem in the whole wide world, is a scam. No, the people that did all the discounting were the scammers. And then they tried to come back and tried to troll TBC. Look how far we've got in 2 years with over 3.2 million people. Was it 3.29 million now? I'm not sure, but it's a heck of a lot. Okay. a lot of us have held it together. We've hung in there because we actually, the ones that are in here right now are the people that have hung in. They can see something really, really awesome happening with TBC. And this is why we're backing admin. This is why we're backing the leaders. This is why we're broadcasting. This is why we're putting our voice out there every day, 24/7. Look at me. I was copyrighted on my channel. Okay, so it took me a day to get another one up and running, and I'm back again. You can't keep a good person down. And that's me. Makes you really angry when you come up against people that have got a mask on and think they're all rosy and everything like that. They know everything. Nah, they don't know anything. How many people read the blog? Not many. No, this channel won't cut off because I put 2 hours on it. I mean, we're here to help people. We're here. I'll just read out our mission statement again. It tells us, and I'll do that again before I finish reading this. Our mission is to serve one another with love and respect and use the billion coin to lift humanity out of hunger, poverty, and misery. With the scales of ignorance fall from each that we touch. And may they each embrace a life full of abundance and prosperity as they accept our offer of free membership within the Billion Coin community. That within it, they can enjoy all the benefits of using a completely decentralized cryptocurrency that truly respects the financial privacy of each that use it. It's within our power to bring in merchants of all kinds from every corner of the earth to accept TBC for payment for their goods and services. May the Billion Coin reach its full potential. One day when the community grows to 1 billion verified members, locking the ultimate price of TBC to 1 billion coin. And I'm not going to say euro because we're not dealing with euro, but we're dealing with 1 billion coin. Our mission is great. Our mission is good. May each of us do our part to fulfill it. That's our mission statement. You know, I'll get back to here now again. First of all, since you set up an unlimited number of cryptocurrency wallets, oh, jeez, sorry, I went a wee bit too far. Start from anonymity is how you can stay safe being your own bank. So be wise when you deal with others within a cryptocurrency transaction. There are a couple of smart things you can do to protect yourself when conducting a cryptocurrency transaction. First of all, since you can set up an unlimited number of cryptocurrency wallets, you should set up a wallet just for transactions with other people. That way, nobody knows how many coins you actually have for sure. For example, if you purchase a full stake of 100,000 TBC coins and want to sell 10 coins a day as recommended, then perhaps you can create another TBC wallet and transfer 100 coins to it. Then you could sell 10 coins a day as recommended out of the wallet with 100 coins. Now, I seem to remember something around this thing where people have got more than one wallet, and they were having, they were wanting to know how they could transfer from one wallet to the other. And I seem to Yeah, it was in a chat somewhere, but so that would take around about 10 days to sell all those coins. Then you could start the process all over again and set up a new TBC wallet to continue to sell TBC coins every day. Yes, that is a few extra steps, but remember that you are being your own bank, and it is not like you have a vault to store your money in it to keep it safe. Secondly, I don't get too personal with people. There's not too many good reasons to tell someone that you just met in TBC in a TBC transaction your Facebook address. You don't have to be best friends with someone to do a cryptocurrency transaction successfully. And if you are a stakeholder, not only are you on the fast track to become a millionaire, you potentially could become a billionaire too. Admin has no way to screen out the bad people of the world that come into our community with malicious intention. It's up to you to protect yourself. Start by protecting your identity. It's a good idea to set up a separate email just for your TBC transactions. That way you can exchange email addresses with each other or with other members of the community and still remain anonymous. Because having a list of contacts of TBC members will be very valuable to you down the road, right? But just be safe when engaging others within a financial transaction. That's just common sense. Now, who's going to buy your TBC? Well, that's just as big. I've done the mission statement, so we'll go here. And I'm just going to go back. So that was that one. So I'm just going to go back and we're just going to check the blog out. And then a word to the wise. It's a video. And, okay. I don't know how long this is. It might be a bit too long for me to play right now. How do I get one full TBC as a bonus after June the 15th? And now this is another one that you can watch as well. So you can watch, this looks like Mr. Lutz. Or is it Randy? Mr. Lutz. Okay, so you can watch this one as well. It's 25 minutes long. So I'm not gonna do this one. It's all right. How to properly register for the cruise. Okay, so in here, I think there's a lot of pictures on how to do everything. Mr. Lex has got them all. So there you go. So just watch the video, and Mr. Lex will tell you all about how to register for the cruise. 3 ways to do live broadcasts as well. There's another video. Wow, they're hammering out all the videos now, and he is very good with this. 3 ways to do, and a must watch for everybody. Yeah, he is very good. And we'll go back to exclusive leads blanketing the entire community, and that is exactly right. That's what's happening. See, the broadcasters leads has already been a major hit for the broadcasters. As soon as I got the leads, I got virtually, I got four, not five people asking me straight away. As soon as I sent my emails out, I got 5 people asking me, and I sorted them out, and it didn't take long. They just wanted to know how to get the send buttons on. A lot of them hadn't even done that part, didn't even know about it. Nobody above them had told them anything. They're all gone. Yeah. They hadn't even read the blog since last year. There was as soon as they said that as soon as the send button went off, they lost all interest and then after that, nobody ever got back to them. So we're glad we're doing all these follow-up leads on all our quiet members. Anyway, we'll just keep on going. I'll just read this out and then we'll finish up, okay? So reports of increased cash flow are pouring in as a result of working these leads. And quite real too, because they want to start loading up their wallets. People that have been given the gift haven't been given anything else, so they've been brought in and haven't been given anything else, and they paid the $10 fee. And at that time, we had the credit card going, and I think it's getting pretty dark here now. And they paid their $10. So they just wanted to know where they were going to go from there. Broadcasters should note that the leads they get are exclusive. For the most part, they are the only ones to get the names and contacts infos of members they are assigned as leads. That's a big responsibility. If a lead does not get contacted by the assigned broadcaster, then they remain unaware that the time is short to migrate now and lose all their coins in the old wallets. Admin has done their part with the full 1-year notice on the website and the blog posts that we will migrate, and those that don't migrate will lose their coins. This leads program is the last effort to notify all. Frankly, the principle of personnel responsibility applies here, and each member should care for their own accounts and not require others to babysit them. Exactly. We've been babysitting a lot of people, and we'll have to babysit them again until they're all up and running and going well, and are up to play with the blog, up to play with everybody else, and the broadcasting too, because I know there's some hidden broadcasters out there. But out of love, our broadcasters are reaching out to them through the leads they get. Broadcasters need to know that we are using a blanket approach, and all verified members are leads. Even the great leaders are extremely active leads too. We don't want to make any assumptions on how to filter out the active members, because many would fall into those cracks and not be contacted because of a database filter would catch some that are actually unaware and only seem to be active when they are not. So we are using the blanket approach to make sure all get informed. I did prepare all of you for this blanket approach with this article, and you can check out this article here. And this is the article, and you'll see all these. This is their sponsor. Hello, Bitcoin Randy. And these are the people that are under him. So, and I bet you Randy, people are all working hard with him. I know Bitcoin Scott is. I know he's I know Scotty, kia ora. Scotty working hard. And I think Mr. Randy's people are out there doing exactly the same as well. But yeah, just read the article. And anyway, folks, with all of this, I'm just going to stop sharing my screen, come back to the reality again. I want to say thank you, my wife, for sticking with me today, even though she's in plaster and hobbling around. Thank you. For anybody that visits my my new broadcast, thank you, and please subscribe. And anyone who needs any information about TBC, just look below. It's all there, and I'm quite willing to help out everybody and anybody. So to all the new ones that are coming back in, or new old ones that are coming back in, congratulations. You will enjoy our company even more so because of the broadcasting that we do and all the meetings that, and the send button meeting that we have, which is New Zealand time, 2 o'clock in the morning. And for everybody else in the world, you will have to look it up yourself because it starts at PDT time. And you actually can find it. I should show you. I will. I'll show you. It just makes it so much easier. For all the new ones that are joining me or joining us, you will find that send button meeting here on the send button, and you go to the send button meeting. As long as you've got your send button on, you can get into this meeting, and you just click the send button meeting, and an address will appear here 15 minutes before the broadcast. Okay, so 15 minutes before the broadcast, and a YouTube address will appear here. At the end of the broadcast, just before they say hooray, they will give you the keyword. So do not ask for the keyword 5 seconds into the meeting. Most of us that have been in the meetings since they started all know about it. So we just sit back and watch all the other people that come in going, what's the keyword? You're better off clicking the like button rather than waiting for the keyword. At least you'll have something to play with, clicking the like button. Anyway, folks. Oh, I didn't even share it. Ah.
No, I was just looking here.
My secretary didn't tell me that I didn't even share it. I'll have to do that all over again. I'll have to do this all over again. I'll just show you again. Send button down the bottom. If you've got it on there, and everybody should by now have their send buttons on. Go to the send button meeting. Underneath this daylight savings time, there will appear an address 15 minutes before the meeting, and the meeting is at 7 o'clock, 11th of June, at 7 o'clock in the morning. That's PDT time, Pacific Daylight Time. And 15 minutes prior to that, the address will appear here. If not 15, it will be 10, but it will appear here, and you just click on it and you'll be sent straight to that. At the end of the meeting, at the end of the meeting, a keyword will be put in, will come up and will go into this box, and then you just submit it, which means that come November, for every send button meeting that you attend, you will get cookie rewards for it. Okay, folks, so good luck. Have fun, enjoy, and I'll stop sharing. And on behalf of my wife and I, my name is Joseph Stevens and my wife is Sandy Stevens. Don't ever call her any other name because she'll get angry with you. We are both trusted sellers of the TBC, the Billion Coin. Thank you very much. Kia ora. Bye. Have a happy evening, happy night, happy day. Bye-bye.